Good evening, my dear students. Welcome to your maths class. Myself, Fauzia. I am going to take the topic today as bar graph. So today we are going to discuss bar graph. Fine. So basically, what bar graph is actually when you are going on its words, you find that it is made up of two words. The first word is bar, and the second word is graph. Okay, we have two words which are joining and making the word bar graph. So bar here means rectangular boxes, and graph, it is the graphical display of data using bars of different heights. So when we talk about bar graph is a tool for data handling where we are representing the data in the form of rectangular boxes, and these boxes, the height of the boxes determine the frequency of the observations determine the height of the boxes. Okay, so let's understand the topic in more detail. Now look here, we have a table, a tabular data is in front of you where favorite type of movie. We have done a survey and we found out that comedy movies are loved by 4 people, then action movies are loved by 5 people, then romantic movies are loved by 6, drama by 1, and science fiction by 4. Now if we are asked to make a bar graph on this particular topic, how we are going to do it? So we have two things we need to understand that here, the favorite types of movies, as you can see, they are written along the x-axis, the horizontal axis. It is the x-axis where we have written the types of movies, and the people who are liking it, that is the frequency of that particular movies, that number is represented on y-axis, that is the vertical axis. Now, if you see that the comedy movie is loved by how many people? 4. So look at the height of this particular bar. Look at the height of this comedy where it is reaching up till 4. So we can clearly make out that the comedy movies are loved by 4 people. Action movies are loved by how many people? It is this, the height of the bar is between 4 and 6. So which number is coming in between? 5. So between 4 and 6 we have which number? You can unmute and give the answer. So we have 5. So that means
It's 5.
yes, action movies are loved by how many people? 5 people. Then romantic movies, look at the number from the tabular data. It is 6. Yes, so romantic movies is loved by 6 people. And how many people love drama? 1. So,
One.
so where we are going to make the one since the look at the readings which we have written on y-axis. We have written the readings at the gap of 2 2. So 0 and 2. So 1 lies exactly in between 0 and 2. So that is why the height of the bar is here. Now coming on to science fiction, what is the height over here? 4. So the height is reaching at number 4, isn't it? So why we are making bar graphs? Actually, bar graphs gives the whole picture, and it explains the whole thing in a very nice manner. We can clearly we can find out that which is the movie which is most popular, which movies are more popular, which is the least one. So it makes it very easy. The whole picture becomes very clear when it is represented graphically. Let's take one more example. Now, these are the activities which are enjoyed by children. Now you can see, this is reading. Activity number 1 is reading. Then we have playing. Then we have baking, and then we have washing hands. Now, if I ask you which is the most favorite activity of the students, so which activity you are going to answer? The most favorite activity.
Ma'am, playing.
Playing. How many students like
Playing.
Ma'am, 28. 18.
18? Because the
Yes,
height
ma'am,
of the bar,
18.
yes, because the height of the bar is reaching up till 18, isn't it? If you are looking at the height of the bar, let me switch on my laser. Yes, just look at the height of the bar. It is reaching at which number? 18. So we can clearly make out that the most loved activity is playing. Okay, now which is the least favorite activity of the students?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
reading.
reading.
Reading. And how many students or how many children like to read?
Ma'am,
8.
8.
8 children.
Okay. So it using bar graphs to find out, using bar graphs to represent a tabular data, the data becomes appealing. It becomes very interesting. It is it is you can find out the information at a glance. That means if you are looking at this picture, everything becomes very clear at a single glance. So now reading of bar graphs is done. Okay, now we are moving to the next step, that is construction of bar graphs. So I'm sharing my screen. You can see we are going to construct a bar graph, and the tabular data or the information which is given to us is we have few activities and we have number of children. As you can see, we have activities as dance, then we have music, then we have art, cricket and football. And number of children who like dancing is 30. Number of children who like music is 40. Number of children who like art is 25. Number of children who like cricket is 20. And number of children who like football is 50. We need to make a bar graph for it. Okay, children, are you all ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for making a bar graph, fine. For making a bar graph, you have to first of all make two perpendicular lines. Okay, we have to make two perpendicular lines. So here I'm going to make two perpendicular lines. And what are these lines called?
The axis.
Axis. Very good. These lines are known as the axis. So this is the horizontal line or the x-axis, and this one which I am constructing, it is the y-axis. And the point where these axes are meeting, okay, the point where these axes are meeting, it is known as the origin, or we can mark it as 0. This is y-axis. I need to write y over here, the vertical one, and this is x-axis. I need to write x over here, the horizontal. Okay, now the next step is you have to look at the data. Data means the numbers which are given to us. So you just have to find out our numbers are ranging from 20 to 50, isn't it? The smallest number is 20 and the highest we have 50. So what could be the best scale? What could be the best scale which we can take over here?
I'm leaving 10 numbers.
Leave in 10 number. Yes, we are going to take the scale of 10. Why I am taking 10? Because I need to make 125. I need to mark 125 also. So I'm going to leave a gap of 10, 10. That means 1 centimeter is equal to 10 children. In this way I'm going to make. So we have 0. Then from 0 I'm writing 10. I'm going to skip 10, 10. I'm writing the table of 10 actually. 10, 20, then 30 here, and then 40, and then we have 50. So these are the number of children on y-axis. I've written the number of children on y-axis. Now what is the first one?
Ma'am, dance 30.
Dance. Okay, we have dance,
Dance.
and the number of students or number of children who like dancing is 30. So here I need to make a bar of 30. Fine. So here I'm going to make a line. And the height of the bar should reach up till 30, like this. Since it's a bar graph, so it should be in this way. Okay, one more important thing I need to tell you, that the spacing between the bars should be equal. Okay, this is the first one. So we have created a bar for dance activity. You can shade it like this. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to leave 1 centimeter gap. Okay, we are going to leave 1 centimeter gap, and then we are going to move on to the next activity, that is music. So for music, what is the value given to us? Number of children? 40.
40.
40, yes, correct. So for music, I'm going to make a line up till 40 number. So leaving 1 centimeter gap, I'm going to make the bar up till 40. The width of the bars should be equal. There should be same. Few important things we always need to be very careful while making bar graph. That is, you cannot make thick and thin bars. The width of the bars should be same. Here I have taken a gap of 1 centimeter, and the width of the bar is also 1 centimeter. So all the bars will be same. So here I'm reaching up till 40, and here I can use different color and make it look more appealing, more interesting, and this will be the music activity. Okay, now next activity we have for
Art.
we have arts. Okay, so again, leaving a gap of 1 centimeter, I'm going to make the line, and this line should reach up till 25. Now for 25 I'm a bit confused. We have the marking of 20 over here.
Now
We
it
have
will be
Ma'am, we have to
art
make
will
the
be
line
25.
up till the middle of 30 and 20.
okay, you mean to say that means the line should be in
20
between 20 and 30.
between
Yes,
the 20
exactly.
and 30.
Yes,
20.
this is the 20th division and this is the 30. I need to mark 25. Okay, we have 10 divisions in between and we have 10 numbers. So one number stands for one division. So that means I have to mark the point after 5 divisions. So that will be my 25. So here it goes.
And ma'am, the cricket will be 20.
I'm coming to that. Here I'm going to join them and let's shade it. So this is done for arts. Now let's take for cricket. Again, leaving gap of 1 centimeter. For cricket it is 20.
20 will
So
be cricket.
the height of the bar should reach the number 20. Okay, the height of the bar should reach the number 20, like this. Let's join the top and then shade it. This is 20. So this bar represents number of children as 20, and it is showing the number of children who are liking cricket. That is the 20. And after leaving 1 centimeter gap, and now again we have to move to the last activity, and that is football.
Ma'am, and
Here
the
I'm
football
going-
will be 50.
Yes, it will be 50. The height of this bar will be 50.
Ma'am, it will be full height of 50.
Yes. So here you have seen that the height of the bar is showing the frequency of the observations. The more number of children are liking a particular activity, that particular bar is the tallest. So which activity is liked by more number of students?
Football.
Football.
Ma'am, football.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have 10 first only.
Okay, now. So this is the bar graph which we have prepared, but something is still missing. That is the labeling part. Okay. Now we have, yes. Now we need to write down the names of the activities. Now let's first write down. First activity was the dance one. So this bar, below this bar, I'm going to write dance. Then the second one was music. Okay, here I'm going to
Ma'am,
write.
third one is art and craft. Fourth one is
Third is art. Fourth is cricket, and then we have football. So fourth one is cricket,
football.
and this one is football. Okay, so these are the activities which are loved by students. We need to write down that this particular axis, that is the x-axis, is showing activities. So here I've written activities, and I'm going to make an arrow like this. That means this particular axis is showing activities. And what is y-axis showing? It is showing number of children. Okay, so here we need to write down number of children or children. Okay, y-axis is showing children. Still one thing is missing, that is the scale. We have not written the scale for the map, for the bar graph. So here we need to write down the scale. That is a very important part. The scale shows that what is the difference between these divisions. Like here we have taken a scale of 10-10. That means 1 centimeter is showing 10 students. So here we need to write. So that 1 centimeter on y-axis is equal to 10 children. Like this. So this completes our bar graph for the question which was given. And what is this bar graph showing? It is showing the activities which are loved by children. Is it clear to you all?
Yes,
How
ma'am.
we have made the bar graph? So two very important things you will have to keep it in mind. First of all, that whenever you are asked to make a bar graph, you have to make two perpendicular lines, and these two perpendicular lines will be the axis, the x-axis and the y-axis. The sleeping line or the horizontal line shows the x-axis, and the vertical line or the standing line shows the y-axis. The point where these two axes are meeting, okay, the point where these two axes are meeting,
It's called
that
origin.
is called origin. Okay, it's called the origin. Then second important thing is that the height of the bars represent the frequency of the observations. If we have more number of children enjoying the activities, then that particular bar will be greater in height. And the spacing between the bars should be the same throughout. The thickness or the width of the bar should be the same. It should be the same. You cannot make thinner and thicker bars in a single bar graph. So these things you need to keep it in mind. And always label the bar graph. As you are after doing and after making the bar graph, you all have to label it like the way I've done, which axes are showing what all bars are representing, because without labeling it will be very unclear, like which activity is shown by, only it will be rectangular bars in front of us, we cannot depict anything. So labeling is a very important part. Then comes the another important aspect, that is the scale. You need to specify that how many centimeters represent how many children. So here we have taken a gap of 10. So here 1 centimeter is shown by 10 children. And this completes the construction of bar graphs. Is it clear to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it is clear.
Yes,
Okay. Any doubt, anyone, anywhere you are finding any difficulty into this?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now I have few questions for you people, and you have to tell me the answers for it. I'll be calling out your names, and others are going to write in the chat box.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
that, okay, we have few questions. Based on today's topic, what we have discussed, I have few questions for the topic. Okay, so first answer will be given by Prem.
Yes, ma'am.
Prem, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's the spirit. Okay, now Prem, I think question is visible on your screen. You can you can read it. What type of graph is this? A graph is shown and we have 4 options. Is it a pictograph? Is it a line plot? Is it a bar graph, or is it a telechart?
Ma'am, it is a bar graph.
It is a bar graph. Excellent, Prem. So this is a bar graph. Now next question will be given by Agastya.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Agastya, question for you is, how many students like hockey and football? So here we have two sports, hockey and football together. I want the total number of students loving hockey and football.
21.
21. Can you specify how? Football how much and hockey how much?
Ma'am, in hockey, between 8 and 10. Ma'am, so it will be 9.
Okay.
And ma'am, in football, there is given a line. Ma'am, so that till that it is 12.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, so we will add 12 and 9, so it will be 21.
Very good. Very good, Agastya. So answer is 21. Now next answer will be given by, let me ask, Bhavya Bhaktani.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Bhavya. How many students like vanilla and chocolate? Now we have a separate bar graph where flavor of ice creams are given, and you have to tell me how many students like vanilla and chocolate. Both vanilla and chocolate, total amount.
Ma'am, 32.
32 you are saying. Number
Yes,
of students loving vanilla is?
Yes, ma'am.
Number of students liking vanilla is?
Ma'am, 12.
12, and chocolate?
20.
20. So 20 plus 12 means?
32.
32. Very good. Okay, so now next answer will be given by Ananta. Fine. Ananta is raising hand, so I'm just
Yes, ma'am.
asking Ananta. Okay. How many garden creatures are butterflies?
Ma'am, 9.
Look at the height of the bar. Yes, exactly. So butterfly, the height of this particular bar is reaching up till 9. So how many garden creatures are butterfly? Exactly.
Ma'am, 9.
It is 9. Okay. Now we have next question, and let me ask. Abhinya. Abhinya.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Abhinya, question for you. Which fruit got the fewest votes? Now this is the bar graph which is showing favorite fruits. You have to tell me which fruit got the least number of votes, fewest number of votes.
Ma'am, apple got few votes.
Okay, so least favorite or the fewest one is apples. How
Yes,
many
ma'am.
votes apple has got?
4 votes, ma'am.
4 votes. Very good. So it is the least number of votes. So these were the questions about the topic which we have discussed. Let's recapitulate what we have studied in today's class. Okay, so I'm going to just recapitulate what we have done in today's class. What we have discussed bar graph. What else? We have discussed its construction. Okay, bar graph and its constructions. What else we have discussed in today's class? What do you come to know? I want from you people. I'm going to add those points.
Mom, x-axis and y-axis.
We discussed, yes. You come to know about the
And ma'am, we learn about scale.
x-axis and y-axis, yes. We also discussed about scale. Okay. What else? Come on. We had a quiz also, a quiz of questions, isn't it?
Ma'am, construction of bar graph.
Construction of bar graphs, yes. Bar graph and its constructions is written over here. Bar graph and its constructions. While constructing, we discussed about x-axis and y-axis. We also discussed about the scale. We discussed about the properties which a bar graph should have. What are the do's and don'ts when you are making a bar graph? So all these things, when you are making a bar graph, you should always remember that the height of the bars should be proper according to the observations, according to the data which are given to you. Scale should be proper. Then the width of the bars should be equal throughout. Then the spacing between the bars should be same. It should be equal throughout the bar graph. So all these things you need to keep it in mind while making a bar graph. So that's today's topic that we have discussed. Thank you so much for your patience listening, and I'm going to end my class. Thank you so much, dear children.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, dear all.